Dobrý den, vítejte na mém kanále Czech by Zuzka, kde vám pomocí angličtiny vysvětluju českou gramatiku. Today we will have a look at examples of sentences containing the form by and their other variants, kdyby and aby. We will cut to the chase right away. As you can see here, there are 6 sentences or 2 columns and 12 parts to be exact. And we need to build 6 sentences containing the form with by. We are going to work together. I chose several verbs that often appear with the combination of bych and bis, etc. As you might know, the conditional phrase by and bis, etc. are followed by past tense. And there are certain verbs that we use a lot when we ask questions, when we make suggestions, etc. So I wrote a couple of those examples of phrases that contain bych, and we will connect them with the right ending. Depends what we want to say. The first phrase is ráda bych, which means I would like. You can see rád or ráda in it, which refers to something that we like. And when we put bych, it means that we would like to do it. This one is feminine form, ráda bych. Chtěl bych means I would like as well, but using the verb chtít in the past tense and together with bych, it's a conditional form. I would like, chtěl bych. Or dali bychom si, which means we would like to get something to eat from the verb dát si, which you use for ordering when you order food and drinks. And you want to be even more polite. Mohl bys, which means could you. In this case, it will be a question and we will be asking more politely, could you do such and such? Mohl bys. Měl bys, in this case, is a suggestion using the verb mít, which will mean you should. Měl bys, you should. Nešlo by, from the verb jít, is also used for a suggestion when you're asking, would it be possible to do such and such? When you want to come to an agreement, you can use this at the beginning of a question. Nešlo by, wouldn't it be possible, using the negation, or you can also use it without ne and just ask a little bit more directly, šlo by. Now here's what we're gonna do. Of course, there are several possibilities. There is not just one combination for each. So what we're gonna do is you will look at the English translation of these sentences, and then you will combine those sentences so that they correspond to the English sentences. Let's see the first one. If you want, you can pause the video and work on this on your own and then just check with me. I'm gonna continue right now. So the first sentence is, I would like to introduce a new book to you, which will be, ráda bych vám představila novou knihu. You can use this when you want to introduce a new product. Ráda bych vám představila. Představit means to introduce someone or something, such as a new product. And as I said, this is a feminine form. It will be followed by past tense in the feminine form. Ráda bych vám představila. These two have to be corresponding to the right person. Ráda is a kind of an adjective. It's not a verb. Second sentence. I would like something for the cough, something against the cough. Imagine you go to a pharmacy and you want something to make your cough go away. So you would say, chtěl bych něco proti kašli. If we were not translating from English, another possibility would be, chtěl bych tady zůstat, I would like to stay here. Or you could also say, chtěl bych nějaký zákusek, I would like a dessert. Číslo 3, number 3. We would like a dessert. So, dali bychom si nějaký zákusek. We would like some sort of a dessert. Nějaký. Číslo 4. Could you stay here? Mohl bys tady zůstat? And of course, it could also be an affirmative sentence, just Mohl bys tady zůstat, a statement. You could stay here. Or also another possibility, mohl bys to udělat později. Could you do it later? Číslo 5. You should stay here. Měl bys tady zůstat. You should stay here. And the last sentence. Wouldn't it be possible to do it later? Nešlo by to udělat později? Okay, I hope you can see it well. Great. Now, let's have a quick look at what usually follows these phrases. Ráda bych or rád bych means I would like, and it's followed by a verb in past tense. I told you that rád is an adjective, so we are missing that verb because bych is only auxiliary. So we need past tense. Ráda bych představila. I would like to introduce a new book to you. So we have verb in past tense. Chtěl bych něco proti kašli. This has several possibilities. You can say that you would like something, so then you would have a noun, for example. Chtěl bych zákusek. I would like a dessert. Or a pronoun. I would like something for the cough. Chtěl bych něco proti kašli. But you can also have a verb. Let's say, I would like to do it later. We could also say, chtěl bych to udělat později. So it can be followed by a verb as well, but it would be in the infinitive form because this is already in past. So we don't want to have two verbs in past. It's not right. So chtěl bych can be followed by a noun or an adjective or a pronoun or also infinitive, verb in infinitive. Dali bychom si nějaký zákusek. So I mentioned that this is used only for when you order food or drinks. It does not need any other verb. You would just mention the food, so that would usually be a thing like expressed by a noun, zákusek, or a pronoun. Ten zákusek, tenhle zákusek, this dessert. So again we have noun or an adjective or a pronoun. No verb. Mohl bys tady zůstat? Needs a verb in the infinitive form. Of course, there's also an adverb, but that's related to the verb. Měl bys, as I mentioned, means should, so that usually requires another verb. You should do what? And also it's in the infinitive form. But this sentence, when it's out of the context, could also mean would you have, like would you happen to have. In that case, we would see this verb, měl, as the actual verb, not like auxiliary verb in you should or should you. So then we could not have any other verb after. If I'm asking, would you happen to have such and such? Then it would be followed by a noun or an adjective. I could actually ask too, měl bys něco proti kašli? Like you're visiting a friend and you start coughing and you can ask, měl bys něco proti kašli? Would you happen to have something for the cough? You could also use this at the pharmacy. You just need to ask in a formal check. So měla byste, paní, měl byste, pane, or měli byste, you that work here at the pharmacy. So remember, měl bys, it's followed by an infinitive if it means should. This is becoming very messy. So once I go through these verbs, I will also show you a little picture written on the computer when things are a little bit neater, okay? Don't panic. Or it's followed by a noun phrase when it means to have. And the last one, nešlo by to udělat později. Usually we need an infinitive, or if you are looking for suggestions, you want to make an appointment, then you can just suggest nešlo by úterý, nešel by pátek. Of course, this doesn't have to be in the to form. Nešlo by to později, you could even leave out the verb. Let's see another exercise for kdyby. Tak a máme tady druhou část věty s kdyby. Phrases with kdyby. I also made it into an exercise and we are going to work in a similar way. There are 5 kdyby clauses and you have to put them together so it makes sense. When you look at them like this, again, you have many possibilities. So we will work with this translation, but let's first underline the kdyby forms and the be form. So kdyby nestačilo, remember kdyby is followed by past tense. Kdybys měl, kdybych měl, kdybyste potřebovali, kdyby. There's no verb. We will get to that. Then we have stavím se. That's just future. Okay, mohl bych. Máme vozík. That's present. Zavolám. That's future. Můžeme si zavolat. That's present. Again, you can pause the video and work on this on your own and then resume when you're ready. We're gonna start assembling the sentences right now. Imagine you have some money, but you're not very sure if this is gonna be enough for what you're gonna buy, so you ask a friend. If it wasn't enough, if I was short of money, could I borrow from you? And this is the right combination. Kdyby mi to nestačilo, mohl bych si od tebe půjčit? If it was not sufficient for me. Of course, if we didn't have the English translations, then we would have other combinations. And it would still make sense. You're asking your friend, if you had time, we can call each other. Kdybys měl čas, můžeme si zavolat. And remember, I told you in the previous video, actually in the video 2 weeks ago, that the second part of the sentence that doesn't contain kdyby doesn't have to be in the be form. We often have these mixed conditionals, and that's actually very common. So, kdybys měl čas, můžeme si zavolat. Now, your friend or your relative is telling you that they would like some help, then if you have time, you can stop by. But you are a little busy, so you say, if I happen to be near, if I happen to be passing by, then I'm gonna stop by. Kdybych měl náhodou cestu kolem, tak se stavím. If I happen to be passing by, but we say literally, if I happened to have a journey nearby, near your house, then I will stop by. Number 4, your friends are moving and you have a trailer that they could use. They have a car, but they don't have a trailer, so you're offering help. If you need it, we have a trailer, in case you need it. Kdybyste potřebovali, máme vozík. Very common, and also we will commonly use it the other way around. Máme vozík, kdybyste potřebovali. We have a trailer in case you need it, if you needed it. Číslo 5. You're going somewhere and your friend or your partner is telling you, are you sure you have everything? Are you sure you know your way? So you say, I'm fine, but I'll call you if anything. Kdyby něco, zavolám. Kdyby něco is a very common phrase that doesn't have any other verb, just the auxiliary. If anything. And also you can switch these two. Zavolám ti, kdyby něco. I'll call you if anything. Kdyby něco. Remember this phrase. And let's move on to our third exercise. Our last exercise is focused on sentences with aby. One of the uses of the aby clauses is when I have suggestions or wishes and we have two different subjects in each part of the sentence. So I wrote sentences where there is just one subject in them and then we will change them so there is a need for aby. I'll show you how. There is an example. Chci odejít. This is about me only. Já chci odejít. I am the one who wants to leave. So this is only about já. Já chci odejít. Now I want to change this part and I want to say I want you to leave. So we are going to incorporate this other subject in this part. Obviously I cannot say chci, ty odejdeš. That's not enough. So I would say chci, abys odešel. And this part refers to ty. Abys refers to ty, and odešel, the verb has to be in the past tense. And we are going to do the same with all the other 4 sentences. If you want, you can pause the video right now and work on these sentences, and we're gonna transform those sentences together right now. Chtěl bych tam jít. This sentence refers only to já. We have infinitive form. Chtěl bych jít, which means I would like to go there. And I want to say, I would like for us to go there. So chtěl bych will stay the same. And then we need to put my. So we will use the right auxiliary verb with aby, which will actually be a conjunction. And remember, I also told you that there has to be a comma. Chtěl bych. And then for my would have the form abychom, or aby jsme for colloquial Czech. Chtěl bych, abychom tam šli. Tam will stay in the same place and jít will be in past and referring to me. So, chtěl bych, abychom tam šli. And here we need to add a comma. Chtěl bych, abychom tam šli. This stays the same. Nechci to zapomenout. Again, I'm speaking about me. We just have nechci and infinitive, which means I don't want to forget it. And I want to say, I don't want you to forget it. So this will be the same, nechci. And this part will have a comma. Now ty would need this form, abys. Abys. The rest will be the same, except zapomenout will be in the past tense, referring to ty. Nechci, abys to zapomněl. Zapomenout is a little irregular. Nechci, abys to zapomněl. Potřebovala bych to vysvětlit. I would need to explain it. And I want to say, I would need you to explain it to me. This part will be the same. Then we have a comma after bych. And vy would take abyste. To is in the same place. And then we say vysvětlit for vy in past tense. Vysvětlili. Potřebovala bych, abyste to vysvětlili, or eventually I can also add, abyste mi to vysvětlili. I can also add, explain it to me. Potřebovala bych, abyste mi to vysvětlili. A poslední, the last one. Přeju si zmizet. I wish to disappear. Sometimes it happens, right? And you want to say, I wish for them to disappear. Přeju si will be the same. Oni would take aby, and zmizet for oni in past tense is zmizeli. Perfect. Přeju si, aby zmizeli. I want them to disappear. A to je ode mě všechno. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and if you feel like you would like more practice or have all these examples that I used in this video and some in the previous videos on a paper in a document, then you can also download my worksheet where there are several exercises of this sort, and you will also find a list of common irregular verbs in past tense. One more thing I would like to mention is that if you would like to practice Czech in context and sharpen your listening skills, my course Explore the Art of Original Czech Conversing is still on discount, 30% discount until the 5th of March. You will find the link below the video or also here. This course is great for pre-intermediate, even for elementary as well. You will practice past tense and there are also a couple of examples of conditional. Mějte se krásně a uvidíme se zase za týden. Ciao.